It's great to hear when we go out to other conferences with other cities who are all working to make sure their city is ADA compliant, that they're looking up to the city of Charlotte. We are one of the leading cities in making sure our programs, services, and activities in our facilities and right-of-way is all ADA compliant. My name is Kaher Ahmad. I am the city's ADA Plans Examiner and Senior Construction Inspector. The ADA is the Americans with Disabilities Act, so as the ADA Plans Examiner, my role is to make sure all the plans that we receive from other departments and from our engineering group and architect group, that they're all following ADA standards and ADA guidelines, and ensuring that accessibility is included in all these plans, in the path of travels, in the program areas, and making sure the bathrooms are ADA compliant. As the city grows and more residents come into Charlotte, and our current residents, we have to make sure everyone has equal access and opportunity to all our programs, services, and activities. When I'm reviewing the plans, it's pretty standard. We'll receive plans from different departments, and I'll go over it, making sure we're planning, keeping up with completing our ADA transition plan, so all of the barriers that we ask them to remediate are included in those plans, and they're all following ADA standards. After getting those plans and when we start to schedule inspections, we'll go over before construction is started and during and after, making sure that everything's built to the plans and are all ADA compliant. One of the most difficult assignments that we had to do was not really an assignment, it was the decision. Concrete was poured wrong. It was off by just a little bit. But the city of Charlotte, we're dedicated to making sure things are ADA compliant to the standard, and we can't accept things that are not per our drawings and per submittals, and we had to ask the contractor to rip up the concrete and re-pour a ramp. They weren't happy about it, but it's the standard that we have to stand on, is making sure things are ADA compliant. My previous manager mentioned to me that it will come a time where once you start getting into this field that you'll start seeing things that are not ADA compliant. And I didn't believe it at first until I started seeing it. And there was one time I went to a restroom and they had a sign, ADA accessible sign, and the braille was printed on instead of actual tactile feedback. So they actually just printed dots on the sign. You can't feel it because it's just printed. And you start to notice it everywhere. You start to see ramps that are too steep without grab bars. You start to see curb cuts that are not compliant and don't have the tactile feedback. Bathrooms that are not ADA compliant. And you start to see it everywhere. And you just wonder how stuff like this passed and went through inspection processes. A lot of people don't understand it. It's been the law for 30 years now, and because it gets brushed under the rug so many times and it gets ignored a lot, that people don't understand it as much as they should, and there definitely needs to be more education, and that's what our ADA group that works on in the city is doing, a lot of informational teaching about ADA, different standards, how to follow those standards, language accessibility. We run into it a lot, but we have a great team that's focused on educational trainings, and we hope it spreads so more people have a better understanding on the ADA.